You know what we don't talk enough about? Sock comfort. Nobody talks about how delicious it feels to put on a pair of socks that fit your feet perfectly. A plush pair of socks, a pair of socks that grips you, that moves with you, a pair of socks that doesn't ride up or get crumpled in your shoe. I am such a fan of Bombas. I've been wearing Bombas for years. You can see me on stage wearing them. When I was pregnant, I wore Bombas compression socks when I was on tour. Now that I'm not pregnant and I'm just an old lady, comfortable socks are the most important thing to me. And I love Bombas. And Bombas makes socks, now Slides and Seamless Essentials, to keep up with whatever you're doing. You're running a marathon, you're running a few errands, whatever you're doing, Bombas has got you. They're just like a hug for your foot. And they didn't ask me to say that. That's how I feel. Head over to bombas.com and use code Iliza for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com, code Iliza at checkout. Bombas.com and use code Iliza.
Lemonada.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer, the answer. You ask me, I'll tell you anything.
Why did you just Hulk out on all your children's belongings?
Because I'm trying to set this up nicely in this basically unfurnished office. But the one piece of furniture that is here besides my desk is like a little kid's play station, not PlayStation, but like activity station.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to see that in the background.
It was like classy. It looked like wood. And I just hear like clatter, clatter, slay it. Like you shoved it all like in a movie when someone's like, I got to get everything off the desk so we can have sex. Like you just shoved everything to the ground.
I bodied that kid's play desk.
Just like, it's got to get out of here. I got things to do. I need to set a scene.
Nobody wants to see little kids' stuff in the back. Like if you were listening to a sex advice podcast, like no one wants to think about kids concurrently with anything else other than kids. And even when you're talking about kids, I'm like, I don't want to see them. So I just moved it.
Is this a sex advice podcast?
No, but nobody who doesn't have kids wants to be reminded of kids, and no one who has kids wants to see kids' stuff because it always feels dirty, even if it is immaculate.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I just, there's just like visually, it kind of takes you out of it, and it always looks messy. Like when you watch, I always think about, even though this isn't a movie podcast, the Emma Thompson scenes in Love Actually.
Oh, yes.
And like, there's something about like British kids stuff. Like everything's a paper crown and a paper mache sea scene. And there's always like their Christmases are very like decorated with like paper stars. And it's just like
popcorn.
The house has just like a lot of kids stuff.
Yeah.
And it always it's just decidedly messy. It's not upsetting. I'm just trying to create. I mean, here I am with no makeup on after a workout.
You don't have any makeup on?
No.
You look great.
You know what? I feel great. And it's actually part of my top of the cob.
Okay, we'll save it.
I tell you, this new person, this new leader, this spiritual leader. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
But thank you. And I think it's part of my top of the cob.
Okay, well, we'll see. We got an important comment. So on Patreon every Friday, there is a bonus episode and people will comment on it. And somebody commented, we had a conversation on the episode about how you say that's it. And somebody commented something very interesting. They said, you do say that's it. It's funny your daughter says it because I'm 99% sure you got it from your mom. I noticed she says it a lot too when she was on AIA.
Really? That's funny.
Which I never put together, but this eagle-eared listener thinks you might have gotten it from her.
Eagle-eared. I have to play you the video of what I think is a baby eagle or owl at night screaming because it sounds otherworldly, almost vampirian.
They love to scream.
Oh God. It's just a lot. It's not restful. There's just always a bird doing something weird at every hour. And I'm like, there's like two of you are nocturnal and you found my backyard.
We have 3 owls in our backyard, 1 woman. And so we're keeping an eye out to see.
That was a
One
weird
guy,
sentence. One woman.
one guy owl was like such a fucking loser. Like we felt so bad for him. He went down to like impress her by the pond and he couldn't catch anything. And then she just left. And we're all like, we have binoculars, me and my parents at the window, like, oh, you screwed it up, man. And then he was standing near her, but wasn't getting closer. And we're like, get
Are you
in there.
The owl is the loser. Next on Love Owl. That was supposed to be Love Island.
Yeah, no, I got it.
He's such a loser. He can't even turn his neck 260 degrees. Like, what is that? Like, what are you even doing if you're not a bird of prey? When they turn around and look at you backward, it is the closest you'll get to being in a horror movie. Unless someone kills you.
Our dog is scared to go outside, and I think the owls have been bullying her.
When I pull into my driveway, we live like out in the middle of nowhere. And even though it's like fenced in, I always make extra noises because we have no lights in the driveway as I'm getting out of the car. And I'll always be like, boo, okay. Just trying to like keep it light. Like when a little kid jumps out of their bed to run to the bathroom and then run back in. Like that's when they're going to get you. Okay. Okay. I was going to make this my bottom of the cob, but I think I can come up with a better one.
Okay.
So I didn't get nominated for an Emmy.
Or an MMA.
I wrote MMA to Emily. And I was like, I meant to say Emmy. Don't worry, my MMA career is still going so strong. And I would be, remiss if I didn't express, it's a bummer. Like in the bottom of my heart, I was like, this isn't going to work. Because I don't know. But we ran a great campaign and I don't know. It's this weird thing where you can't talk about wanting it because to say you want it makes it like you're not worthy of it. But if you don't care, then you're being inauthentic. So it would have been cool. I thought we did a great special.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. Because to go beyond that gets into the minutia of like what I could have done, what I feel other people don't do that I do, whatever. The good news is I'll be in fucking like Latvia when the Emmys come on. Like I'm going to be so deep in Eastern Europe. So at least I don't have to feel that bad.
Do you have a favorite special or is it just always the most recent one?
No, I mean, they're like your children. Yeah. So I do have a favorite. No, they're like your children. But I did get a text from a friend of mine who does special effects, who I guess is doing something for Netflix. And he sent me a meme or just a screen grab from Elder Millennial, the Gather Around the Snapchat Children. Yeah. And it is a part of their HR training.
Which is incredible.
For like contracted people. And one of the guys his name is Nick, who used to work for my manager, just got an incredible job at Netflix in comedy. And he texted me, there is an Elder Millennial room at Netflix. Like it's got my face on it and everything. And I was like, that's so cool. Is this something that other talent or producers might see? Nope, not unless you're in trouble because it's the HR room. So
why
once
is
again,
HR so obsessed with you?
Netflix finding a way to like celebrate you in the most painful way. So like no civilian's gonna see it.
I want to go in that room.
Yeah.
I want to be in trouble and it's just like, also, here's Blanche.
If I'm in charge of your HR seminar, we're going to be saying a lot of fucked up shit.
That's amazing, though. But my favorite's probably Elder Millennial because I think of what went into, like, it's a great special, but I also was, like, around for it. And I think of how creative the art was. Like,
oh, thanks. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't want to talk about it because I feel like Al Bundy, like, talking about 4 touchdowns in a single game. And I feel like such a fucking loser right now. I think each special is cool for a different reason. And you wake up. It was funny because I was like, it gets announced at like 8:30 a.m. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I don't need someone to call me. I'll watch this. So it was Brenda Song and Harvey. Is it Gillian? Is that his last name? Guyen. They made it like its own show. So it was like these two did a bit about announcing it. So I'm watching and they're announcing all the nominees. And then they get past like best drama series. And then they're like, for the list of the rest of these losers, go online. So just like in my kitchen scrolling and I was like, I didn't get it. I guess I'll still have my coffee.
I couldn't even find, I was like looking, I was like, well, who got nominated instead? And every article I opened, it didn't have that section. So I was like, never mind, I give up, but I never found it.
But stand-up comedy will get celebrated the way it's meant to the year that I don't do a special. It's just, It's just the legacy that I leave. Like, that's just what's going to happen. It's going to get its own category the year that I kill myself. No, the year that I don't have a special. Anyway, it's fine. Everything's fine, but that's what happened. And we ran a campaign and I was proud of it. And my publicist was incredible, Rob and Katie. And so this is kind of my acceptance speech. Thank you so much for all your hard work.
Go watch it on Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, because we've been saying Netflix a lot.
I ran some sets. I finally got out into Seattle and I did some local sets this week. And that was really nice to get to kind of mess around. It felt really good. I had this illusion that I would like always be running into Seattle and doing sets, or this delusion rather, excuse me. And anyways, that's it. Felt good. Felt good to get up in front of a crowd. As this career tortures me more and more, I try to always return to what is true, which is that rush of 15 minutes and everything else is painful.
Here's the truth. We all like to take micro breaks throughout the day. And sometimes I get tired of doom scrolling. And so when I want to take a break, but I still want to be on my phone, I like to play a game. Cookie Jam is a free match 3 game you play on your phone or your tablet. You just match 3 cookies or candy to clear the board and solve puzzles. And it is so satisfying. It's satisfying to crush levels. It's satisfying to match up the little cookies and cakes and make them disappear. Plus, let's be honest, it's fun to look at baked goods. Explore the world of Cookie Jam with Chef Panda and his adorable panda family as you swap, crush, and jam your way through fantastical bakery-themed islands. I mean, who wouldn't want to escape to a bakery-themed island, especially with the way the world is going? You can score big with explosive cookie matches, powerful boosters, and daily rewards. Join limited-time events to win sweet prizes and speed through the puzzles. Get in the game, the cookie game. You deserve a treat. Join the over 100 million Match 3 players and download Cookie Jam today. The foundation for a perfect outfit starts with your socks. Because if your socks aren't comfortable, you can't be comfortable in your shoes. And if you're not comfortable in what you're walking around in, chances are you're going to have a pretty miserable day. Bombas are my favorite sock. And I love that Bombas come in so many different styles for all the different things that I like to do. Bombas has compression socks for traveling. They have comfortable socks that are buttery soft, sweat wicking, and they barely feel like they're there. Plus, Bombas makes stylish options. They make socks that come with little ruffles. You can show them off. But what I love about Bombas is that for every pair sold, they donate a pair. And I love the way they feel like they're hugging my foot. It really just puts me in the best mood. Try on a pair of Bombas and see if your day doesn't feel better. And the best part about Bombas and you listening to my podcast is that you can order Bombas abroad. That's right. Along with the U.S., they now ship internationally to over 200 countries. So head to bombas.com and use code Iliza for 20% off your purchase. That's BOMBAS.com, code Iliza at checkout. Bombas.com and use code Iliza.
Sister's 50th birthday party. Hi, Liza and Emily. My sister is turning 50 on August 2nd.
Okay.
My birthday was June 26th, and I had dinner with my parents and asked them if anything was being planned for her birthday because I hadn't heard anything. They hadn't either. My dad, my sister and I have the same dad, different moms, said he would call her mother and ask. I called my mother for her birthday on July 3rd. I know a lot of birthdays. LOL, it's birthday season in our family.
Well, we know when people like to fuck in your family.
9 months ago.
Yeah, whatever that math is. Okay.
She casually mentioned, oh yeah, your dad found out the other day that Marlene, my sister's mother, is having a 50th birthday party for your sister on her birthday.
Okay.
I was like, was anyone going to tell us? Because the party is in New Jersey where my sister and her mother live. And my parents and I live in Virginia, so not a quick drive. My mom says IDK.
Carrie and Aiden make it work from Virginia to New York. Anyone still watching? Okay.
My mom says IDK, but now we are paying for half the party too, which made me upset, but I can't control that. If my parents want to offer to pay for half of a party they just found out about, that's their choice. My quandary is,
your dad and the mom are the ones that are married currently, right? So
yes.
The dad is paying for it, right?
For the ex-wife birth
child.
It's her
50th, which is also a little weird because it's like you're 50.
And the mom is throwing the party for the 50-year-old. And
also,
the dad is paying for the party for the 50-year-old.
Doesn't have the funds. Okay. All right.
I'm dying to know how old our question asker is with the 50-year-old sister. I don't think that's in here, though.
I'm dying to know how old the parents are. I mean, they could be 20. I mean, they could be
20?
70.
They could be
I mean,
70.
they could be 20 years old. They could be,
My quandary is whether I go to this party. There are a number of factors determining my decision. 1, my sister and I are not that close. We don't speak often, maybe 3 to 4 times a year, birthdays, holidays, etc. I had a conversation with her in 2023, the last time she came to visit Virginia, about how I wanted us to be closer since we don't have a large family. She pretty much told me she's busy with her life and my nephews, that she doesn't have time, but she always thinks about me. I roll. She said she's good with keeping up with friends around her. It's amazing how other people with kids maintain a relationship with their friends and family out of state, but she can't. We went on a trip to Cape Cod last year after my separation from my husband, which I thought would make us closer, but it didn't. My sister, brother-in-law, and nephews usually come down 2 times a year, but haven't come down since 2023. It's always me or my parents going up there to see them. Cars go both ways.
Do you have kids? Does this person have kids?
They're not saying, they're saying divorced, but no kids.
Okay.
I'm
just getting all the facts.
Yeah. I'm really livid that the only reason we found out about this party is because I asked my parents about it, and her mother gave 0 notice to family that live out of state about it. The courteous thing to do is reach out to family and friends who are out of state and let them know you're planning a party and you would like them to come. I spoke to my sister at the end of May to get her social security number since I am now divorced.
Okay.
Why?
Can I borrow this?
And again on my birthday, and she didn't mention her birthday party at all.
It's because you're not invited. It's because she doesn't care if you're there.
My leave at work is running low because I took days off before my boyfriend deployed for 7 months with the Navy. Also, I plan trips with friends in August and September that I've set aside money and leave for. Finally, I'm trying to save up leave for when my boyfriend goes to ports and I can visit him in Europe, which I've never been to. But I feel like if I don't go, I'll be looked at as the asshole in the family who didn't go. I just hate that bad behavior in families is pushed aside because they're family. If this was a friend's party I just found out about that I speak to occasionally, there'd be no question that I wouldn't be going. But because it's my sister, I'm expected to go. Why is her bad behavior never admonished? So there's my quandary. Do you think I should just suck it up, take a day off from work and go to the party? Do you think I should take a stand and not go? The RSVP deadline is July 26th, so I have until then to make up my mind. Thanks for your insights. Don't go. What is the don't go. She does not want you there. She didn't invite you. She didn't tell you about it. Your family doesn't give a shit if you go. They're not going to be like, oh no, she wasn't there. They don't care. No one cares.
Cool. Thanks for listening to Ask Emily Anything.
I'm sorry. I'm
mad. Iliza.
Okay, you go now.
Pudding and Denise Richards.
I thought you were saying putting, like putting something in something, and I was worried about what you were going to put in what.
I love putting something in Denise Richards.
No.
Listen.
We're going to get arrested.
There's the version of this where it's like, look, go, it's your sister. But she literally told you, I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
If she lived down the street, it'd be different because you'd be hanging out with your family, your dad, but you weren't invited. You were, and this isn't like, oh, of course you're invited, your family, like, of course you're going to invite your cousins to your wedding, whatever. This is something that you specifically asked for because there's a hole in your heart because this woman has never reciprocated the love that you feel you're giving her. And at 50, she's not going to start doing it.
No.
She's a busy mom. You're busy. It would be difficult for you to attend. And so you're giving us all these reasons why it would be a pain in the ass to go. And what you're really saying is like, I would be giving up so much to go. Like I would have done this, but the part you're missing is her giving a shit if you go or not. And you might catch some flack if you don't go. And it's going to be a tough thing to be like, I wasn't invited. They'll be like, you were invited. We didn't decide till later, which is a lie. Yeah. They decided and she just, because I've done this, and she just like didn't invite you.
Yeah.
So don't go, but don't not go to like prove a point. Don't go because you have other things that you're doing and you already made these plans and they invited you too late. And it's not like a wedding or something super major. 50 years old is major, but it doesn't seem like it has that much weight to everyone else. So don't have a list of all these reasons. Just don't go. If you want to get out of this scot-free, send her a lovely card or a gift.
Yeah.
Or from the highest light, like, hey, I won't be able to make it. Happy birthday. Like,
yeah.
Don't send anything passive aggressive. That way, you get to not go and you don't have to deal with any of the emotional fallout.
Right. Also, though, there's just clearly so much baggage here, which I get. But this thing of like, they don't drive down. They have kids. Like they don't. Kids. What do you want? Also, they don't want to see any of you. They don't care. They don't want to come see dad with his new wife and his younger child. They just don't want to.
And that's really great that you care. I mean, there's also something too. She's the older sister. So like, even though it's all fine, there might be something there to like the new kid, the new wife. I don't know how old you are, but you've got your own things going on. And you know what? You missed the 50th, you go to the funeral.
Which is going to be any day now. And the parents are going to plan and pay for it.
People are not going to like that you said that because we have a lot of listeners who are over 50.
You know, Iliza vouch for me that I love people over 50.
No, you love women over 50.
Tell the people.
It's
I
true.
am so
Emily
helpful.
Emily, for any woman over 50, and this is sexual or not, Emily is like a house cat. She just wants to sit around and have you rub her belly.
Do you need me to tell you how your phone works? Are you 65 and you're confused?
You know what I did the other day?
What?
I helped my dad post something on Instagram, and he's pretty good about doing his own stuff. And there was an actual glitch that you could not have intuited on your own.
Yeah.
Like I had to troubleshoot it. Did I tell this to you already?
No, this is exciting.
He's sitting there, he's like, I want to post something. I want to like announce my new job. I'm like, okay, great. And he wanted to do a carousel. And I was like, a carousel is when you do multiple pictures. And I was like, Dad, is there someone else there so I can see your screen?
Yeah.
Somehow. And he was like, no. And I was like, could you get up and go to a mirror? He's like, I can't get up. So he didn't want to get up. So I'm squinting, looking at the reflection of his screen in his glasses.
No.
And I'm trying to follow along on my own screen, like pretending to post my own thing.
Multiple things.
And there was a glitch, like something wasn't connected. It was just like a weird thing, but we finally got it. But like, it is weird, the patience you oddly have
with an elder
or a parent who is trying to do something very cool. And we got it. And you could tell he was like, like it's humbling to like ask a kid or something like that. It's also humbling when like you're fine with posting, but there's some issue with the loading of the pictures or whatever.
Yeah, you don't know.
We troubleshot it.
Oh no. I just remember my dad texted me and I didn't reply. And he texted me, why can't I get my phone to lock when I turn off the screen?
Oh, tell him it's
an
Elon
Android.
Musk deprogrammed all the phones. Now you can't.
I'm just like, I don't know, get an iPhone.
It's an Android.
His phone.
I know it's like an argument as old as time, but like the 1% eye roll hostility I have reserved for my one friend that has an Android. I'm like, what are you proving? That your pictures are like so detailed they look fake?
Yeah.
Like, what are you proving? Just holding up your hand for a picture. Green text.
Green text.
You're not like the rest of us. You don't pay $2,000 for a phone you just use to Google your own name. None of us use our phones to their full potential. You could film a whole movie on there, and I'm like, look, it's blurry, and my kid's making a face.
Yeah, I had to sign up for iCloud just to store all the pictures of cats.
No
I know.
iCloud.
Well,
do not trust the iCloud.
What are they going to do with mine?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like, take my data, you pieces of trash. Like, okay,
enjoy.
Try to sell me underwear. I don't care.
Good luck trying to sort through it, creeps.
Yeah.
All right, another question. Dear Liza and Emily, I'm a big fan of the show, and I feel like I need the opinion of people who don't know my mother-in-law or me.
Ooh.
Trigger warning for this question.
Let me pour some cocoa.
You and your fake cocoa. That's what I named last week's episode. Cosplay cocoa drinker.
I'm ready. I'm ready for I wanted all the drama. Come on, Scott. Play it.
I wanted all the drama.
Okay.
The trigger warning for this question is it mentions sexual abuse that our listener went through as a child. So heads up, skip forward if that is a problem.
So heads up, turn it up.
Turn it up. Sorry, I'm going to be a bit vague just in case people I know listen, but I am a female in my late 20s. My husband is also in his late 20s. My mother-in-law is in her 60s, and she is desperate for us to have what she calls, quote, real grandchildren for her. So, backstory. I have an interesting relationship with my mother-in-law. I've been with my husband for 6 years in total, including the time we dated. When I was his girlfriend, I was always kept at an arm's length away by her, even though we lived together and were very serious about each other. I assume that means she lived together with his husband, not with the mother-in-law.
And not an arm's length, literally. Like she wasn't like in the next room. Okay. Also, can I just say, I really respect this person's like, my friends might listen to this. Usually people are like, don't worry. None of my friends listen to your loser podcast. Anyways, I robbed a bank.
This is the first person to say, I think my friends do listen.
Love it. Okay. Well, they're going to know it's you, but go ahead.
I know, but okay. It was hurtful, especially because I tried so hard to be close to his family and get to know them and just always felt unwanted. My father-in-law has always been great to me, so that's been a plus. When my husband proposed, my mother-in-law changed overnight. She was suddenly desperate to be like a second mom to me because I was now officially family to her.
I get that.
Bear in mind that I am also
Mhm.
Mexican and she's white, so she always made racist comments to me. So
I get that. No.
this combination of factors meant that when she went through this sudden change, I was already just so exhausted from how difficult she'd been up to that point. I don't hate her. I'm grateful I don't have a worse situation, but it's just left me with a bad taste in my mouth. It's also worth
Right.
noting that my husband and his mother have a strained relationship that they have gone to therapy over, and she has been unwilling to really listen to him. Fast forward to now. She is so desperate for grandchildren. My husband and I are on the same side that kids will be a decision we make together and we will have them when we are ready. What she doesn't like is that we feel that we would want to explore fostering and adopting children. She hates this idea, has yelled, cried, and begged us to have, quote, real children. She has even gone so far as to joke that she will not love them unless they are our biological children. What she doesn't know is that I was sexually abused by my mother's boyfriend from the age of 3 to 10. I've been in therapy for a while to work through this and have fought very hard to have normal relationships with other people, live as normal a life as I can. But some days I can't even get out of bed and I'm not comfortable discussing it with most people. My mother-in-law knows I had an abusive childhood. She hates I don't want to discuss all the gory details with her and has said that my reluctance to share specific details and memories about it is keeping myself at a distance from her.
Oh, that's so
It's so insane.
abusive.
I think that's bullshit. I just don't always want to be what happened to me, and I don't want to be defined by it.
That's so manipulative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Also, I think it's weird she wants to know so much. Anyway, because of my experiences, I've spent many years feeling like I have had no ownership of my body, and I still struggle with it. So the idea of carrying a baby actually makes me ill and shaky, especially the thought of breastfeeding. I don't want to share my body. I don't want to feel like I need to give it up for someone else. Maybe I'm being extreme, but this is just how I feel. My husband understands and is completely on board with fostering and adopting so we can help children in tough situations. We also don't feel ready to have kids right now. And who knows, maybe one day I'll get to the point where I want to carry a child, but I don't want to feel pressured by time. If it happens, it happens. Either way, I always wanted to adopt when I had children. It's gotten to the point
I always wanted to adopt. What'd you say?
when I had children.
I always wanted to adopt when I had children.
And when I
have children, I
Yeah.
want to adopt.
I was
I've
always wanting to adopt. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gotten to the point where we are constantly being badgered about when we are having kids. My husband has a younger sister who is slightly older than I am, and she has a partner, but they are never pressured to have kids. And my mother-in-law treats her daughter like she is God's gift to earth. How can I prepare myself to hear all the things she'll hurl at me? It's my husband's mother. I never allow myself to be the middleman with them. He is great about standing up for me if she says horrible things, but I just don't know if I should confront her about this. I don't want to share about my childhood, but maybe it would help her lay off. Please provide any big sister advice you can. Best, Anonymous. She's not gonna. Don't tell her anything you don't want to tell her. It's not going to change her.
No,
She's not going
you
to suddenly
can't.
become a human.
But she might, but if she doesn't, now someone that you already don't feel close to knows your most intimate secret.
Yeah.
And that just exposes you. Now, I don't believe in going through life not being vulnerable because what if, but that is a very, I mean, if that was so horrible that now in your 20s, you're processing it like that, like that's a very valid thing. It's going to be annoying that I'm going to say like, just give it a beat. The stress is also, the more it feels stressful, the more you're doubling down on, I don't want my body. I don't want to share my body.
Mm-hmm.
The breastfeeding thing, I get. I fucking get it.
Mm-hmm.
And being pregnant is one of those things where like, you don't know till you go. Some women think they're going to hate it. They love it. Like it is a grab bag. You don't know if you're going to get depression, love breastfeeding, easy pregnancy. You have no idea, right? But what is exacerbating this is that pressure. And so you feel backed into a corner. And so you're like, I absolutely never want to. I understand she's looking at the two of you and she's like, why wouldn't you want to make a baby with my son? Because I love those genetics and he loves you. Like, why wouldn't you want to? If you've always wanted to adopt, you've always felt strongly about it. This is your life. They're your children. And she is going to change her tune when that baby comes home and she gets to hold a little baby, but what's going to stick is all of the hurtful things she said along the way. You have no real relationship with her. So you shouldn't have to make yourself bare your soul to her, hoping that she gets it. It's not for her to get.
Yeah.
I do think, this might be where your husband sits down and he explains, he doesn't have to give her details, explains, you were sexually assaulted and it's going to make her look at you differently. But I do wonder if giving her some version of the story, not any details, but like it's very personal and it's something that we deal with and it just pushes her further and further away when she really could use, because otherwise it's just, if you don't give her anything, she knows you were sexually assaulted, but I'm not saying to go into the details. I'm saying for your husband to be like, this is something very serious and it hurts her more and more, like to stand up for you.
Yeah.
Because you need to create some space where you can just exist as her daughter-in-law for a little bit because you guys don't even have a nice relationship.
Yeah. I'm wondering, because it sounds like he stands up for you, but I wonder if it is just like, if it's just when she says it, he's like, hey, maybe he needs to sit down in a State of the Union. Like, look, you cannot talk about us having kids anymore. That is 100% off limits. If you bring it up, we will walk out. We will get up and walk out of your house. And we will do that every time until you stop talking about it. Like, just lay down boundaries like she's a child.
Here's the other thing. Like, the mom, she knows she was sexually assaulted. Is that correct?
I think she might know some of it.
So just from the mom's perspective, here is a person from another country. You guys already don't get along. I don't know if you've ever said to her, hey, you've said some things that I've perceived as racist. You made me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know that the mom understands the way you're perceiving her. So from her perspective, you're his wife, his fiance, who like just doesn't want to have kids with her son and wants to, I'm just saying, like, if she has no concept of that, there's no bearings here. Like, no one can get their bearings. She doesn't know why this is. And she just knows it just looks like you guys are like a young couple who's being like difficult and new wave. And like, why would you want to adopt and open yourself up to the difficulty of that when you could have your own kids? And she has no concept why. And she hasn't earned the right to hear any of that. So it's tough because no one really knows where the other person's coming from. So maybe your husband, if he gives her a little bit of context, she might understand some of your reasoning. Does that make sense?
You're not wrong, but I think what frustrates me is like, it doesn't matter. What if they just were people that wanted to give a kid who needed a home? Why is it you're not part of this sex, mom-in-law? Get out of like. She doesn't have to have a reason to want to adopt. She could have always wanted to adopt a kid. She could have just wanted to give a kid a home, foster a kid. Why does the mother-in-law get to make little shitty comments about that every single time?
People make shitty comments. I'm just saying, you guys already have a strained relationship. And so sexual assault aside, like, I doubt you've sat down with her and given her context. Like, I've actually always wanted to adopt. My friend was adopted. So to her, she's just watching her son who is married or engaged to this woman, and you have no reason. And it just seems bizarre. And it's not that adopting is bizarre or anything like that. But if you are able to have your own kids and you've not given her a reason, this woman she doesn't understand anything because you guys don't talk. And so, and even if you do, I think she's probably not going to get it. But I think you're going to have to give her some context that you're comfortable with, just so you can start to understand each other, because you're expecting her to fully accept and understand all of this all of you, and you are a product of all this deep trauma that has happened.
She should accept and understand that they don't want to have a kid, a biological kid.
She also... But she's like, I don't get it. I don't whatever, because no one's saying anything to her. It just sounds like a lot of her saying stuff, you being hurt and reacting, and no one actually having a discussion. So I think you can sit down with a come to Jesus. Your husband can defend you. You don't have to go into the sexual assault stuff, but you can say like, this is how we feel. I've always wanted to. You can just say how you feel, just to give her some footing. Like, it's like when you're a kid and you do something and an adult's like, no, because I said so. And you're just like, but why? Like, I need to wrap my mind around it. No, she's not owed an answer, but the less you give her, the more she's going to act like this. So I'm saying give her just something.
Yeah.
But do not confide in her the details of your sexual assault.
No, because there's a 50% chance she uses it against you.
I think they use it against you, but 50% chance she's just like, that's not that bad. Or maybe it was only like, who knows?
Right,
but you don't need to live with that either. And also you're just going to do what you're going to do. And this is a great lesson for actually being a parent, because there's going to be a million more things once you acquire, have, birth, whatever, a baby, that people are going to weigh in on. And you just got to get good at being like, this is what we're doing. We're not doing that. It's just part of being a parent, is like standing up for yourself and just standing by the decisions you make for your kids.
Well,
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Red hot update.
Okay, real quick follow-up because our friend Lily Files, I don't think I shared this. Remember she asked what to do with a bunch of chives?
Oh, that was her?
That was her. And here's
Okay,
what's so important. She made chive butter per Noah's suggestion.
Yeah.
But she put it on a hot dog roll to put in the toaster. Best hot dog of my life.
Yeah, I can
and
see
the
that.
amount that I'm excited about the idea of that hot dog, I just need to share that. Okay.
How much? What is the amount? On a scale?
A lot amount. Like,
a lot amount?
Oh my God, a hot dog. I never thought to butter the bun with chives.
A mountain amount.
People
People
I want
butter
a hot dog
bun.
now.
You eat a cold bun out of a bag. I just know it.
Of course I do. And the hot dog's microwaved. I can. Why is that the saddest you've ever been for me?
Do you take it out of the microwave and sing happy birthday to America? Like, happy birthday.
And it's like split and curled up in the microwave. And it's like I have to get it to fit into the bun.
Jamming it in that ice cold bun.
Yum.
Maybe it's a part of getting older, but sometimes it feels like I look at younger kids and I'm terrified because I think they're not learning any important life skills, right? There are all these things in life that unless your parents take the time to show it to you, you kind of don't learn it or you learn it as you go. Like saving money. You want your kids to understand how money works and you want your kids to know how to save money and plan. Acorns Early makes it easy to teach kids healthy money habits that will stick with them for life. Acorns Early is the smart debit card and money app that grows kids' money skills as they grow up. And it starts simple. They have an in-app chores tracker, and you can teach your kids the value of working for $1. Then you can let your kids set up their own savings goals and start building healthy money habits early. And it gives them that extra sense of independence, financial freedom, and these are some good lessons, right? Plus, with Acorn Early spending limits and real-time spend notifications, parents always stay in control. I would have learned so many more financial lessons so much earlier had I had Acorns Early growing up. Ready to teach your kids the smart way to earn, save, and spend? Get your first month on us when you head to acornsearly.com/Iliza or download the Acorns Early app. That's 1 month free when you sign up at acornsearly.com/Iliza. Acorns Early Card is issued by Community Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to a license by MasterCard International. Free trial for new subscribers only. Subscription fee starting from $5 per month unless canceled. Terms apply at acorns.com/early terms. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Summer is a time to relax. Summer is a time to take a vacation, to get away from your normal everyday stresses and stressors. A holiday is great, but it's not a long-term solution to stress. A great way to battle stress and to deal with the things that bother you every day, besides taking a vacation, is to have some therapy. And I think having therapy over your summer break helps to enhance the break that you're having, but also helps you to return to your real life as a better version of yourself. I have a therapist. I talk to my therapist once a week. And I know that when I get back from this break, which is not really a break because I'm still working, I'm going to be able to tackle all the challenges and stresses and relationships that bothered me last year, but better. I'm going to be a better, more well-rested version of myself. BetterHelp has an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews, and they're the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Iliza. That's betterhelp.com/Iliza.
Okay, we're going to do an animal song. I forwarded it to you.
I'm ready.
Animal song, your mouth is so small. Animal song, I give it my all. Squeeze your body, I give you a kiss. Animal songs, this time I won't miss.
Hi, Liza. I have an animal song. It is short and sweet, and it is to the tune of the Chili's Baby Back Ribs.
Yes.
theme
Yes.
song. It's for my cat. Her name is Sandy, and it goes, Sandy, baby back ribs.
Barbecue
Or sometimes
sauce.
it's, Sandy, baby back girl. I feel like it.
Okay, first of all, I don't, and here's why.
I love. Why?
You didn't do barbecue sauce, which is the most satisfying part of the
Okay.
greatest jingle ever. And She didn't even change. It
I
wasn't
love-
like, Sandy, you've got little feet. It was just like baby back ribs.
That's what I loved about it. I love that she's like, it's to the tune of baby back ribs, and then did the baby
It is
back
baby
ribs
back
song.
ribs.
Now,
It's
okay.
like being like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it, Sandy.
Okay, so how can you help? So if she did say Sandy, baby back girl, what can we say at barbecue sauce?
Sandy, tiny catnips, and they are small. And then I would add, not your fault at all.
Oh, I just like the range of these things that have made it into people's.
It's always a sweet girl
Yeah.
who I feel has brown hair, always singing to a cat. And it's like the purest thing. And it's always like our listeners have like very sweet voices. And it's just like, hi, I have an aerospace master's degree. I head up a team here on a naval base. Anyways, this is to my cat Crackers. Crackers, you're a beautiful girl. Check it. Like it's never deeply sexual. None of them star Wilfred Pontoon, which is something else I call my dog.
Yours
They're
are
always
much
just
more
very tame.
elaborate. Yes.
Leonard Brazier.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because I think I'll sing to my cats, but it's new every time. I don't have the same.
It's new every
song.
time.
Yeah. I'm not repeating songs.
We always say to me and Noah, I was like, have you met Wombat Pristine? It's always a 2-syllable first name, last name. Wilfred Linear.
Do you ever think about how you like sucked him into this? Like that now there are elements of his pattern of speech that have come straight from you.
So my husband does this thing. Like my daughter does it now, just gibberish. And it's just like a way I process things. And I'll be like, Leonard Brazier, having for a deer. Like just making dumb rhymes. And they're kind of to myself between my teeth. Noah will, anytime I like say something gibberish, like if I'm like, Leonard Brazier, when you are a deer, he'll pretend he's running. He'll go, Leonard Brazier, when you are a deer. And to hear someone say back to you the gibberish mental runoff that just came out is humbling.
It's so funny because he gets strange speech patterns now from you, but you like he's so funny in a way that I don't know if people even realize. And you like bounce stuff off of it. He's just such a good like partner in comedy for certain stuff.
He is such a straight man. He did something the other day. Like Noah never tries too hard. Noah is never embarrassed. Like Noah around anyone, doesn't matter the celebrity, the event, the occasion. He is always himself. And I respect it so deeply because he was like, when you're with your hair and makeup people, you code switch. Because it's like an all gay Latin fun time. And we just like talk about Jennifer Lopez and girls need that time with gay men. And I was like, you're goddamn right. I code switch and I am having the most fun, honey. Like you need that. But I've never seen him do that. And the other day he did something, he like dropped something and I go, you thought you looked so cool. I like accused him of it. He goes, you're right. I did. I thought I looked so cool. That's all I was thinking was about how cool I looked. And then I was like, all right, I was just trying to get something going. We never have couple fights. Like on TV, it's always like, all right, mister, well, you're sleeping on the couch. Like there's none of that. Like I think girls love to pretend they're mad at their boyfriends, or they probably are. Like, no, I'm mad at you. He would be like, okay, for what? Like it would stop his world. if I was just like, I'm mad.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? He's gonna make you a snack?
No, I see his like face crumble. He's like, okay, I just, what is this? All right.
Okay, we'll go back.
Ripsack veneer. Okay.
No, ripsack.
We say ripsack a lot.
Why?
Something about ripping your sack.
Okay.
About,
Excuse me. So okay,
and rip your sack. Rip.
Is that a real song or you made it up?
I'd have to call and be like, why did we say rip your sack?
Okay, you could bring that to the next episode.
Okay, I'll bring that heat to the next episode.
Yeah.
I think it was a Christmas Carol.
There's not a Christmas Carol about ripping your sack. Oh, I guess because Santa has a sack. Hold on. Sack Santa. I'm Googling
Rip sack
Santa.
Why did we ever say
ew? Rip
your sack.
There's a song that says it's Santa's sack. Santa ripped his sack wide open, sliding down the
No.
It's
No. That's funny.
So gross.
Okay, moving on. Moving
on. Advice for a good girl, please. Hi, big sisters. This is Ashley, 35 female. You can use my name. Shout out to all the other millennial Ashley Maries out there.
All right, Ashley Marie, get ready because we are big sister.
We are Big Sister.
Thank you, Scott.
I love the guidance you provide on the podcast. It's a balm, and I look forward to every Wednesday.
It's a what?
Balm.
Oh, like a bomb, like a
Balm.
salve.
Yeah, I was trying to
The
hit it, not just say a
balm.com.
bomb. So I was trying to really hit it, and I think I hit it too hard. Balm. Today, a man I had just met said, "Good girl" to me in our conversation. It icked me out, and he actually said it twice, but I was too stunned to say anything about it. He is a Cybertruck driver, so I had some kind of idea of what kind of man he would be, and this occurrence really cemented my preconceived opinion. Is there any way I can politely shut this behavior down in the future, as I will periodically see this man again? Now, Eliza, this is the most important part. Hold on.
Okay.
He is a horse chiropractor. And as you can imagine, there aren't too many of those in the Bay Area, and I need him to do a good job on my horse's back. Additionally, I tried to work saying good boy to him into our interaction, but couldn't do it. LOL. I guess my bigger question is, how do I get more comfortable standing up to these patronizing weirdos? Thanks so much. Best. Sick of being a good girl. Okay, Ashley.
I need to know the context.
I assume
Because
she
there-
was like, I massage my horse's back every day.
He's like,
And
oh,
he
good
said,
girl.
"Oh," which I would accept if I saw him also say it to the horse. And I'm
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Hold on. I think this man spends a lot of time around animals and is used to giving that out as a compliment. Good girl. There is that. I need to know. Were you like, I was so safe today driving to work and I used my turn signal? It's like, oh, good girl. How much older is he than you? If he is your age, this man is hitting on you. If he is older, he might be unaware. I need to know the context. I know feminists everywhere are sweating their blue hair dye out. They're like, it's never acceptable to say your girl. I guess it only bothers you if you feel that he's patronizing you. Did you say something? Because if somebody said good girl to me and I was looking for their approval, it may not bother me if someone's older and they did it. So I need to know. We need to know the context and what you can say. And I will take this right from the movie that we are about to shoot. I'll give you the line. You can just say to him, oh, well, when you praise me like a dog, how could I not? And he'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. The question is, do you want to make, and I know this is like anti-feminism 101. Do you want to make a thing about it? Do you want to be like, thanks, good boy? And then he'll be like, what the fuck? I have a wife. I need to know the context.
in this instance, he's the only horse chiropractor. Let him say whatever he wants to you is kind of my feeling, as unfeminist as that is.
It's unfair that he would say something that is deemed as demeaning, and then you, in retaliating, would be the one who made it uncomfortable, and now your horse's back aches because you stood up for all women.
There just also isn't like a good return. It's like, I feel like when I was at school, when I was at high school. I know. Yeah.
Right, you say good girl, you go, me or the horse?
Oh,
you can just say that.
There
me
you
or
go.
The horse. Because only one of us has 11 nipples.
And then I'll be like, oh, because you just, there's nothing you can say. It's like when people have called me a cracker or something, and it's like, there's just nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. There's just nothing to it. So if anything you call him back, it's like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
good boy.
so
like, all right.
Can you please write back with the context and his age and everything? Horse chiropractor.
Horse chiropractor.
Some big cracks out of that. That horseback.
How do you think he's up on a ladder? Do you think he's suspended on ropes?
I think it's leg based. Having watched that German guy that like cracks your pet's backs, I think he pulls the leg, and I think that helps.
He's not up there like.
I bet there's a lot of hip displacement with horses because all they do is run and stand and walk occasionally.
Right. And if they lose loose of a leg, they got to kill him.
Gotta shoot that.
That's
horse.
like a poorly built animal.
His business card just says horse chiropractor and euthanizer.
If he cracks
you
it,
get your money back.
Husband relapsed, major trust issues in our marriage. How about that? How about that for a shift? Oh, God. Hello, AIA crew. Been wanting to get your hot take on this one for a while now. I am 40. My husband is 33. We have an almost 2-year-old son. We've been married for 2 years and 3 months. When we started dating 3 years ago, our relationship moved at lightning speed. I pretty much knew he was the one right away, so I didn't hesitate to jump right in. Plus, I felt like we needed to have a kid ASAP because I was almost 40. He voiced his concerns about us moving so fast, but ultimately, he jumped in with me and we were 2 stupid kids in love. I got pregnant 3 months into our relationship. On top of that, my mom who lived with me / us got really sick around this time too, and life got really crazy for both of us very quickly. To top off all of that, Both my husband and I are first responders, so we have that added baseline stress to our lives. Yikes. In the beginning of our relationship, I told him I was not okay with porn use. And he assured me it would not be a problem because he quit a while ago and he didn't feel like he needed it in his life anymore. About 9 months ago, he told me that he relapsed and had been watching porn for a few months. He said that because our lives got so crazy, my mom getting sicker and ultimately passing away in our home, being a new father. I know, to throw that in there. Your mother dying. I had to look at porn.
In your house. Well, people need stress releases and
So this, being a new father, work stress, he used that as a way to escape. Also, it took me asking him multiple times over and over to get the full story about how long he was actually consuming it. We ended up doing couples therapy for a few months, which seemed to help, but that has since ended. It's been 9 months and I'm still so fearful of being lied to again and of him relapsing. He assures me every time I ask him he has not relapsed, but the trust is still not there for me. Sometimes he gets defensive as well when I question him and shuts down. I don't know what to do. I feel like the trust has been broken, will never be repaired. I feel bad that he's under constant scrutiny from me, but at the same time, I don't know how else to get assurance. I need help. What do you suggest I do?
Marcus Ayushi's, but this fan gave me a shirt that I do wear often because it's navy, which is a huge departure from the black that I normally wear. And I love the way it fits. And I love supporting people who help our communities. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I have questions.
When we talk about porn on this show, we're talking about a porn addiction. I don't think it's the worst thing if a man looks at porn.
Right. I'm wondering if he has an addiction or if he just looks at porn.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter if your relationship went too fast because this is where we are now. Like the time to make that decision was then and everybody jumped in and that's great. And the time is now here for you to decide if you're going to trust this person or not. Because this isn't a fair relationship to either of you. If he's telling you the truth, even though he's broken your trust and he went to therapy, like what more can he do? And It's not a fair mental prison for you. So you, unfortunately, are going to just have to make the decision to trust him. And if he breaks that trust, then you can go from there. But you cannot live your life anticipating him breaking your trust because it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right. Because how long has it been now that you're asking him all of the time what he's doing?
Also, that makes him feel bad. Consider that you guys have these major life stressors in addition to like the baseline for what your job is. And you have a 2-year-old child. So I'm guessing you have not had a ton of sex. I'm not saying that's your fault, but I am saying like men need a sexual release in a way that women are not necessarily programmed to need it because you are doing so many other things and we're just wired very differently. I don't think it's the worst thing if this person looks at porn, but what's also contributing to this being awful is you constantly being insecure, constantly thinking he's lying, him having to prove himself. So none of this is great. You're going to have to make the choice to trust him if he's not given you a reason to doubt him since you confronted him.
He told you. He's the one, now she says she had to really push him to see how long, the details. But
sure, because he was embarrassed.
Yeah,
he
confessed. He will, if he, I just think you don't need to be checking in with him all the time because he will tell you. He clearly is like a good guy who like felt guilty and told you. And yeah, he didn't give you all the gory details.
By the way, like, my question is, you're asking him, are you asking him because it's impeding something? Is it like, I've asked you to come out of that room and take out the trash for 4 hours. Where are you? Or is it random like, hey, dinner was great. Were you looking at porn earlier?
Yeah.
Like, is it affecting his life, work, and relationship? It will, if he watches too much, it will start to affect your, whatever's left of your sex life. But let's say everything feels normal because I'm not hearing from you like he doesn't show up. He doesn't come in the room when we're done. You're going to have to move on because that is actually how you rebuild trust is you show trust.
Yeah.
Because what else could he do? If he's not looking at porn, what else could he do?
Also, every time you ask me, like, are you looking at porn again? I'd be like, no, but should I?
No,
like,
why are we bringing it up so much? Anyway.
Yeah.
Are you looking at porn?
Yeah. I will say this is so offensive of me, and I'm sorry. When I read relapse and I see, oh, he just was watching porn, fine. It's totally an addiction that people have, but I'm like, oh, thank God, you can solve this. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You're good.
I did see the other day. You know that song, Two of Hearts?
Yeah.
By Stacey Q. I went to a Freestyle concert once and she opened it and I felt so bad because, she probably made $3,500 or something and she's floating around the stage and people are still taking their seats. And a lot of those artists, you have one song and you kind of sing it forever at these like festivals. I saw a video of her singing it the other day And I think she had like no lower teeth. Like it looked
Like they're gone?
like, yeah, somebody in the comment said something about meth. But it was just really sad. Like anytime you see someone who's in a public eye, but something mentally is not working out, like Britney Spears, like just seeing that nobody's actually helping to take care of this person. For this woman, it seemed like she had like really sunken in cheeks and I think it felt like no bottom teeth and you could see she was missing teeth on the side. It was just sad.
Oh.
It's just sad for people to like be like, I love you. And like, no one's like, let's get you some teeth.
Let's help. Let's get you some teeth. All right, Cobbs.
It's the top with a cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite, top of the cob.
Starting with bottom.
Ooh.
Do you want to start? Do you want to?
I didn't love not getting an Emmy nomination.
You were going to do a different one.
I know. Why don't you
said
go?
You'd come up with a better one.
I have.
Okay. My bottom is stilt grass has taken over my yard, and I'm really upset about it because I thought anything in my yard was good and it's supposed to be there. But no, stilt grass has taken over the entire yard. It's not supposed to be there. Some kind of grass weed that is now covering my entire yard. So I've had to go out and pull it by hand, and I made a pile the height of me when I'm crouched, and I've only done probably a sixth of the yard. So every day I'm just going out and pulling some like tilling the land. This is not.
It's good, honest work. Doesn't it make you feel good to do it?
Well, my dad stopped by today to take the car, and he was like, I'll pull a few weeds while I'm here. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, don't get rid of my pile because I'm keeping up. He's like, well, you need to put it in the brown bag. I said, not until I've picked all the siltgrass. I want to see how high the pile gets. And the sun has already like desiccated the pile. So it's dry and looks much smaller. I'm like, no, the pile was so much bigger yesterday. So I am.
What a rich life you lead.
So I am keeping the pile.
Okay. So just so you guys know, you don't have to write in. She is keeping the pile.
Okay.
We made a note of that here.
Fan bottom. And you'll go after.
Okay.
Fan bottom. My area of town doesn't have gas lines because I live in a damn swamp. I love to bake. Pies are my specialty. So that means I have an electric stove. Jesus fucking Lord on a pogo stick. I hate this thing. I will make the same exact recipe for a pumpkin pie a week apart, and they come out completely differently. The oven just kind of decides what 375 degrees Fahrenheit is that day and goes from there.
I talked to Noah about that because we have an induction oven. We have like an electric. We have no gas here, and it's fine. So maybe it's just the actual stove. Maybe you need a new one.
Maybe your stove sucks.
This is me like sideline reporting from my husband cooking. I'm like, maybe you should spend money. My bottom of the cob is I had these 2 freckles on my leg. And when I was getting my laser facial, I was like, can we laser those off? And she was like, no, but we can like liquid nitrogen them the way you would do with like a wart. So she did that to the 2 spots. And now they're darker. Mm-hmm. And I asked the doctor, she was like, blood reaches your leg, slower than things that are up high like your face. So it just takes time. But it just looks like I have 2 cigarette burns now on my leg. And it's just kind of that thing of like, be careful what you fix because sometimes there's no going back. Like I just had 2 freckles and now I have 2 fucking trashy looking cigarette burns on my leg. And I hate them.
Now it looks like
I hate the way they look. It does look like I party. They're right there.
Ow.
And it's so ugly. And I'm not even a tan person, so I'm mad.
I'm sorry. That's a pretty good bottom. Okay, top.
My top of the cob is having energy during a workout.
Uh-huh.
I just did a workout today. I really needed like an endorphin hit. And a lot of times you do Pilates and it's like a good stretch or whatever. But I typed in, I like found this other person on YouTube that I'd never done a workout with before. And it was true cardio. And I wasn't thinking about food. I wasn't tired during it. Like when you're in it and you're barefoot and you're jumping over, like it just felt good to be moving. And I think that that's the thing that I'm missing from a lot of the Pilates that I do at home is that like I'm not actually moving a ton. And I was like dripping sweat and like doing squats and like a circuit. It just felt great. So having the energy to like do 3 more and like finish the count versus crapping out halfway through, which is like my MO in life. And that just felt great. Yeah. And I just feel sweaty and I love it. Okay. I love it. I love the energy during a workout.
Good. Yeah. Fan top that you're going to love, Iliza. Going to work as a family and couples therapist, listening to Iliza say something genuine and thinking this will be useful today.
Oh my gosh, that is the highest compliment.
And concerning.
And you need to charge less.
Okay.
What?
I'm going to go get a show and tell from the other room for my top. You stay there.
Oh, I thought we already did yours. Okay, great.
Oh, we didn't do
I
mine.
have you guys alone. I'm really thinking of firing Emily because I just feel that we've run out of things to talk about. And I feel like we've done everything that we can with her limited scope of intelligence. She's not doing great. And that's why I love her.
Okay. My top of the cup is when I worked Anime Expo, there was a booth across from me that had like all this bootleg shit. They were just selling toys. And one thing's name was so good, I had to buy a Sleepless Grumpipi.
Sleepless Grumpipi. Is it Korean?
Yeah, it must be.
Let me see the top writing. Let me see. It's got circles.
Korean?
Nope, that's Chinese.
It's Chinese. Okay, it's a Sleepless Grumpipi. It basically looks like a Labubu knockoff. They look like that. Look how sick and sad he is.
Maybe it's German.
They all have a sick, sad thing that's wrong
looks
with
like
them.
Angry Cat or whatever that thing was.
They all have like an addiction and there's a reason they don't sleep. But I have been saying the word Sleepless Grumpipi for days because it just, what a phrase.
I'm going to be saying it. I'm going to be saying it to the dog. I'm going to be calling Sierra Sleepless Grumpipi if she wakes up in the night. I think we call this episode Sleepless Grumpipi.
We're not giving them the advertising. Here's what's so crazy is here's how crazy I am about my love for this name and not this product at all. The woman running the stand, I went back. My friends asked me to get them Grumpipis. One of them pulled a rare Grumpipi, by the way. I was so scared when I said, oh, I'm getting more Grumpipis for my friends because I love them so much. I was so scared this one would correct me and say like, oh, it's actually like a Grumpipi or like Grumpapi.
Oh,
and any of that would have disappointed me so much.
Because you're so attached to the Grumpipi.
To the Grumpipi of it all.
Because it's another language, it could be like Groom Pie Pie.
Exactly. And I'm just like, no, it has to be Grumpipi. And so I paid $40 American for a Sleepless Grumpipi simply because I just can't. I needed the name in my life. So that's my top.
That sounds like, I get that. Maybe you got to get a shirt. That way more people can enjoy and they can read it. You'll be walking by and they'll be like, they're just trying to read it. And you're like, it's Sleepless Grumpipi.
We could be the foremost Sleepless Grumpipi influencers because they have 500 Instagram followers and the whole line is sold out on the only store it was sold in. And I'm like,
there were never any, and it's a fucking scam.
Right.
And they're a knockoff of the Delulus or whatever those things are called. Labubus. You guys, people are dumb. Watching videos of girls with like the worst nails, be like, oh my God, it's this one.
They're so ugly too, which is why I was like, the Grumpipi is ugly as hell, but it has an addiction problem. They all have a problem. Mine plays video games too much, and so it's
mine looks at too much porn. My Sleepless Grumpipi. All right, folks. Get your tickets to see me at Iliza.com/tour. Please. You know what? I ran into a couple women this week. One I was on my way to Seattle and I met a girl who was a fan of the podcast, which felt so great, but she didn't know we had a Patreon. Oh, I think her name was Emma. It could be wrong. Met another girl named Emily who was a fan. So join that Patreon, upload a picture of your coffee. Then you can do the paid tier called That's It. New people join every day, which always makes me feel so good. And you get special episodes, you get special content. And I think our live episodes are up.
Coming up. Something's happening with them. Things are happening.
You guys are killing me.
They
just be up. Where are they?
They might be up. I don't know.
You got to check that out. Go to YouTube. Okay. Don't go to YouTube. I'll see you soon. Bye.